welcome back to Unlost, Unearthed, a Heart the City Beneath actual play. I am your game master, Sharik. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm joined with my players. Players, introduce yourselves. Alex, you're always first. You cannot not be
I
ready.
no, I am, but I'm traveling, so I don't know how to unmute myself. So I just figured that out. That's like step one. Step two is figuring out where my character sheet is on this computer. I
Amazing.
only have one
Nice.
laptop screen, so it's like how Gary Gygax and his friends used to TTRPG back in
Mm-hmm.
the day. All right. Hi, I'm Alex. I publish and perform as Lex Wilson, but my friends call me Alex, and so can you. I am playing Sand from Seas, a forced heretic who uses he/him pronouns, as do I.
Hi, I'm Zoop or Supriya. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Ankita Acharya. She is a human junk mage with the calling of Heartsong.
Hi everyone, I'm Abhilasha Percival. I go by he, she, they pronouns, and I am playing Smita Roy, who is a dead walker, forced dead walker with so many problems. So many problems. And creates
Yes.
problems for everyone else as well.
Yes. And to recap what happened last time, the group finally got to the library where they had been trying to get to since session 1, or where at least First and Last was trying to get to. Let's not forget the person that was ordered to kill by Smita. But they finally got to the library where they were able to obtain a better map. Let's not go into the details of what the obtaining looked like, but they were able to obtain a better map for where they are headed. Of course, outside of maps, they were also able to obtain some other things, quote unquote, obtain. Um, Maybe stealth was involved, and maybe theft was involved as well. Once they ran out of the library, they discovered that the items they found might have been quite powerful. Actually, Smith had discovered that the way out of the chains of Magal are with the witches. The information she seeks are there, and yet, sand. I don't know why I said and yet. There's no and yet there. Sand was randomly transported to the Gray, which, whatever, is a place where he got brainwashed by his masters, the people of the Temple of the Moon Beneath, to suddenly actually be very pious and very much a believer in the Moon Beneath, regardless of the fact that he was kind of not a little bit on the fence, to say the least. Now, they got back on the road on their way to Hollow. And that's where we come back into the episode. You guys are walking through a tunnel of mud and dirt. It is very tight, it's sort of circular around you. It is. You're not like touching elbows tight, but it's very much not enough room to be running around. It's the walls on your sides are, if you look every once in a while, it's like, was that an eyeball that just opened and closed? On the other hand, if sometimes one person will like put their hand on the wall just as support for walking, and then worms will start covering their hand. It is a unpleasant experience of going through this area, but you have to because that's how you get to Hollow, where the witches are. Ankita, you're at least you believe you're about to meet She Sees Within, a witch you have been seeing in your dreams for the longest time. What is going on with you? How are you feeling? What are the interactions like right now?
Well, right now I'm very excited. I think we're in tier 2 now, or we're getting close to tier 2,
You are
and
currently entering tier 2. It's sort of
we're
like
entering
you're
tier 2
you're
and
in the
things are
door.
things are so weird. I like try to poke one of the eyes that opens up, and it.
Fuck you. Please take 4 mind stress.
What? I'm okay with that. Okay.
Okay, that means I have to roll. Did you like that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I did not mean for this to happen, but that was a mind fallout.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, I stand by my choice. How could you do that?
So
By the way,
even
I
started.
didn't even roll the default stress die of tier 2. I rolled lower. So I
yeah.
could give you just a little bit of stress.
So okay, so I'm gonna take a mind fallout for poking an eye. I was just
I'm sorry.
curious.
I'm sorry. No. I believe you already have one other minor mind fallout, right?
I do.
What could you remind me?
I must find out more about the location of interest.
Mhm.
The one from my dreams. It's a fascination.
Yes.
I also have a strange appetite. So when I put my hands and the worms come out, I eat
Mhm.
one.
Amazing. Thank you. I will keep that
Also,
in
does
mind.
that count as consuming something of the heart?
No, it's still just a worm.
Heartworms.
Just because
A
it's in
heartworm.
the
There are
heart.
heartworms.
Yes, but this is not that one. Eating your rations would be, eating something of the heart too, if we went by that logic. But don't worry, you'll get your chance.
Okay. Well, I eat a worm.
We are all made up of stars.
Thank you.
Was that Alex or Sand?
Is it the stars beneath?
Where does one end and the other begins? You know what? If one of us reaches enlightenment, so does the other. I don't know if you know this,
Yeah.
but
I'm-
Please get this
Alex,
man.
character bleed. Character bleed. Tread carefully. There's character bleed happening.
Okay,
I'm starting to feel forced to be here.
guys. Smita, are you the one leading the delve right now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Could you please roll me a delve wild roll?
Okay, that'll be a 2d10 anyway.
Somebody could be helping if they have delve or wild, but of course, helping means that the second person also is in risk of getting stress. Well, not in risk. Well, yes, in risk.
So
Does
I'm
anyone
getting
want
a
to
mind-
help?
At risk? At risk.
Does-
Does anybody want to help?
I cannot help. I do
What-
not have wild or delve.
It's.
Okay.
I do not either, so I cannot help either.
Then
Amazing.
we're starting off great. I got a
Okay.
4.
You can do it, Smitha. You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay. You're going through this tunnel. Once again, every step it needs to be watched. It feels like every other step could be quicksand even. Your shoes are wet and dirty. Other parts of your clothes are at least moist. It feels humid, it feels gross. It's Smita, because of the roll, let's just say I rolled and um please take 5 supply stress. Why supply is because again, walking through this stuff sometimes just your shoes getting just completely ruined. Your stuff every once in a while. Like if you drop something, it's gone. It just
I
goes
have
into the
one
dirt.
I have one protection, I think from one of my abilities. If I
Supply protection?
yeah, I have one protection.
Wonderful. That means you get 4 supply stress instead. Now,
Ooh.
is that going to translate into... Yes, it does. I rolled a 2 on the d12 to decide whether you get a fallout, and that is lower than the amount of stress you have, which means you get a minor supply fallout. Now, the reason why I'm not saying any of this stuff yet is because we typically find out what the fallouts actually are after the break, so we'll figure that out later.
This
You'll
tunnel is
just
a
have
perfect
to-
metaphor for life, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm.
But as you're walking, every once in a while, if you like take out a bit of a rope or some sort of item, and maybe you're clumsy and you drop it, it is immediately pulled into the dirt. It's just so mushy and it's gone. That's why you take the supply stress. Towards in front of you, you keep walking and you start hearing some clicking sounds. Just unclear what that could possibly be coming from. But the closer you get, the more you start seeing these sort of flickering white in the distance, just 100 different white dots coming in and out. The closer you get, you realize they're just even more eyes. But they're not just loose eyeballs like in the wall. They seem to be attached to about a couple dozen medium-sized spiders that are just opening and closing, that are blocking the path in a sort of doorway-like fashion. And it is very much in your way.
We have to go through. The spiders will show us the way.
The
I'm always,
spiders will show us the way.
The
I'm al-
spiders. Yes.
I'm always ready to make new friends. Sure.
Yeah. I bow to the spiders.
Bow to... Okay. So, I'm not going to even make you roll for that, to be honest, because I still feel bad for the mind fallout. But these are not intelligent enough creatures to understand what bowing could possibly mean. Right now, honestly, some of them seem like they're asleep. The others are just sort of chilling in their little... Again, it's like, imagine if everybody's sort of holding hands, like, on a wall or something, except they are the wall,
Okay.
in a circular way. So you bow, and again, a couple of them just sort of blink really slowly as they look at you. And you can hear the moistness of the blinks. She's like, I'm really hoping my microphone picked that up because I'm actually really proud of that.
It did, and
That was-
that's why I made that face.
That was pretty close
I
and awesome.
I bow. I say, greetings, beings of Ishra. Please show us your secrets. They say we must open our eyes to the truth.
Way ahead of you.
And what is the truth in this case? Where is the truth? And if you try and tell me the truth is on that wall and that's where I have to put my eye, we are going to have a problem.
Can we walk through them?
Can you walk? You could. I think they're not, they're about, each one is about this big.
Mm-hmm.
And if you tried to walk through them, they would definitely sort of untangle their little hand-holding situation. You could do it. You have absolutely no idea what would actually happen if you did that, though.
I asked them, is this the way to Hollow? What does the compass show us? This does remind me that actually last time we did get outside of Hollow because we used the new compass and we got a Smitha rolled a D12, but this is fun. So
No, that's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. You still need to do more than one delve check, but yeah.
What does the compass say?
Well, the compass is just pointing straight forward.
I think we should just walk.
Yeah,
Dear
Just walk.
friends, thank you for illuminating the way forward, we will now just be passing through.
I'll go first.
Okay,
The goddess isn't going to let me die.
cool.
Okay. Alex,
Mhm.
Sand,
Mm.
could you please roll me an endure occult?
Oh boy.
And then we'll figure out what happens from there.
Endure. Occult. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have endure, so it's 2d6. No, sorry,
Six.
2d10.
2d10.
Please
Sorry.
don't roll in 2d6.
You know what? I'm so confident that I'm just going to roll 1d4.
Oh God! For those
Alex
joining the
is in
stream,
a
not
mood
aware of
today.
for those joining the stream now, not aware of the rules, 4 is a failure, so that's why it's especially funny. Go on, Alex.
So I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Jesus
Man, I
Christ,
really thought you were gonna
might
say
as well have rolled the d4, my guy. You might
Nope.
as well just.
Maybe. I
roll a d4 right now. Roll a d4
Yeah,
right
roll
now. I
it.
want to see what you're gonna get.
Roll the d4.
Please.
weirdly a 10. No, I got a 3. I actually rolled better with 1d4 than I did with 2d10.
Perfect.
Okay. Go. Okay.
Enlightenment.
You know what? This is happening exactly as it was supposed to, so it's fine.
You stand in front of the spider
Mhm.
doorway
Fearless.
barrier.
Mhm.
Are you fearless? How are you feeling? How are you going to walk forward? Quick, fast, courageous?
No, a normal pace. I'm not overconfident. I have exactly the right amount of confidence. I know that my goddess will protect me.
You start walking forward as if you're just walking through a normal door. Your
Mhm.
hands, your face and nose are the first to feel the squishy but hairy, moist feeling of the spiders on your face.
We are all
Your
God's
arms
creatures.
follow. The closer you got, the more those clicking sounds that they were making. Let me see if I can. It sort of speeds up, and a lot of the eyeballs just look at you. Some of the spiders sort of get dense. The barrier becomes more dense, and some of them get closer to where you are, as if almost to try to stop you passing. Or maybe it was curiosity. Who the hell is this guy? Let's get a closer look. You start trying to smush your way through, and you start feeling just some tiny little bites here and there, but there's so many of them on your arm, on your face, on your leg, on your stomach, through your clothes, that you can hear in your brain what you believe is the moon beneath telling you, "Go back, you idiot."
Oh, okay. I've been called back. Interesting. Good to know.
You are
Ow.
covered in tiny little
Ow.
bite marks and just tiny little bits of blood here and there, everywhere from your face to your. Well, they weren't so good as to bite through your shoes, but yes.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, there are no accidents, just thousands of little tiny poisonous bites.
wonderful. Please take 5 blood stress. And could you tell me how much you have blood stress overall?
Well, I'm going to take 4 because I have 1 blood protection.
Uh-huh.
And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blood stress.
Okay.
It'd be faster to tell you how many I don't
many?
have. But yes, I have 8.
Whoa, that's lucky. I rolled a 10 on the d12, which means you do not get a fallout. And that's less work for me.
Is it really lucky or is it somebody watching out for me?
Both are the same.
Uh-huh.
One never knows. There's no control group here.
I put my hand to the wall
Mm-hmm.
and let the worms crawl out. and I collect the worms and I feed them to the spiders.
Interesting.
Aw.
That's so sweet. Please roll me compel occult.
Okay.
And you could once again get some help on this if you describe
I
if whoever is helping can describe how you're helping, and if you have the necessary skill or domain.
I do have compel with my last with since last session because of my new adept ability in which I chose compel, and I can help with like getting with like essentially helping like feed the worms, I dig my muscled arms into the smudgy spudgy soil, and I start to take out like
You take the
mounds of
really
mud.
good worms from deep inside the dirt.
Exactly, I am digging for my life here.
Right.
I also help, but not in a way that affects game mechanics.
Mechanics.
I give like more of a positive affirmation,
Right.
like the universe responds to your dreams and needs. You got this.
Alrighty. That is an 8.
Yes,
You're welcome.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Finally, that is a success without stress. You get close to that little dense area where Alex just tried to walk through, where there's just a bunch of spiders now on top of each other.
You were
And-
just curious, buddies. I know. And maybe a little hungry here.
Yeah, describe to me if there is anything to describe really, but how this happens.
You are Tonya. You are Rissel. You are Gudia. And I give each one of them a worm. Thank you for your
Wonderful.
messages. Thank you for your messages. And I give them each a worm so that they can eat it with their little.
Ankita, like Smita goes, Ankita, could you name one of them Mahakal, please?
Oh, yes, you can be Mahakal. You look like a Mahakal.
Abhilash, do you want to share the brain thought process of that? You don't have to, but if you'd like to.
She's she's in a mood, and she's in a mood. It's a mood. It's a mood to try and go. Just a mood. She's feeling silly. She's a silly little gal. Silly little hostage.
Okay. After you feed the worms to some of the spiders, you don't. Not all of them seem that interested, but you get enough of them that they sort of take their worms and they like crawl away to like corners of the barrier where they can really enjoy the worms in peace. Again, you just start hearing a bit more of the, like clicky clicky sounds as they step away, so to say. And there's just enough of a hole in front of you that you can try to crawl through. Ankita, so this is because you did a good. I'm going to give you a boon.
Okay.
A boon is essentially another way of going through a delve. You do a good thing, you get extra points for it. For that, could you please roll me a d6?
D6. Yes. Ooh, need to pull one out. Pull one out of the box. That is a 3.
Wonderful. You have made 3 more points towards getting to Hollow. You crawl through the tiny little hole that's just big enough to get through. You get on the other side. There are a lot of webs, so it's just a more unpleasantness to be crawling through. Eventually you can stand back up, but then you stand up and now there's even more webs above you that you're now more covered in. And that's sort of your situation for about the next 5 minutes of walking. Just webs. Yes?
Can I use a stick to collect some of the webs like cotton candy?
Yes.
Yes.
You did it.
All right, I have a stick of sticky webs.
Let me just say that having webs be compared to cotton candy is not the first time that's happened in a hard game for me. Actually, funnily enough, an old player of mine had the Strange Appetite Fallout, which is what you have, just with dirt, and he had it with webs, cobwebs. So, very much cotton candy for him. Back to the game. Smita. Roll, please. Delve Wild.
Thank God. This time at least this is slightly better. I got an 8.
Wonderful. That's a success without stress. Could you roll me your, what was it, a D10?
D10.
D10.
They're using a magical special compass they got last time, or they made last time. So it's all the big rolls.
I got a 7.
Thank God. It was possible to not finish the delve with this D10, but improbable. But honestly, for this group, hey, tolerable. You keep crawling and walking through this swamp of a tunnel, but at some point the tunnel starts to become somewhat wider. It's not necessarily just forks in the road, paths left and right. It seems to be the ceiling expands above, and your left and right start to expand, and you start seeing. It feels like the ground beneath you feels walked upon, like there's some of the ground is a bit drier so as to be more suitable for usage, daily usage perhaps. You at some point start seeing some signs carved on the dirt, on the walls. Letters you don't quite understand. It's not necessarily language, it is script you understand. It's like letters you understand, but it seems to be in some sort of code you don't know.
I'm jotting
More
it down.
wonderful.
I
The
also try to write it
creatures.
down, but I do as good of a job as I did with the map.
Hey,
I
you can
do
learn.
these does this code look like language or code? Like something technological.
No, definitely not code. It just feels like you know how you would like make up a language with a friend. It's like it's letters you know, but it seems to be something that only the person who made it would understand what this means, perhaps.
Okay, so I make notes just so that there's like backup stuff as far as the best of my ability, and I hand over everything that I have managed to like trace out by putting the paper on the wall and then going like coloring so that the traces appear on the paper, and I hand them over to Ankita.
Hmm.
Are there secrets in this that I can discern?
You can try. Please roll me discern wild. Or apologies, not wild. Please roll me a discern occult.
Ooh.
I can help if you haven't rolled yet. Oh, you rolled.
Oh, no. That is a 9.
Oh, wonderful. I think the more you walk and the more every once in a while you'll see more signs of these, and jotting them down it becomes possible to spot patterns in the letters, in the order of the letters, and it seems to be quite simply pointing to, it seems to be directions, or you don't quite know what it is pointing to. They're not all pointing to the same thing, that's for sure. Because there's definitely, like we said, like there's other pathways. It's very much opening up. This is not just a narrow tunnel. This is becoming a cavern of dirt and mud. But it seems to be sort of like, imagine you just wrote on a wall like this way for this place, or etc., or this way for that place.
Do any of them remind me of the place I'm looking for?
No,
Okay.
because they're not names or words you recognize.
Sounds
However,
good.
some of them do seem like names. It seems some of them seem like they're saying like this way for name.
I will, on a third map paper, because we have 2 map papers already, I will be putting this down and also referencing our map to make sure it like to see if it makes sense with the map that we have.
I see. The map of this area that you have right now isn't you definitely entered the area that is hollow.
Mm-hmm.
You know you're here, but the map you have isn't so specific as to have so-called like neighborhoods, or I guess like imagine this is just like if like a map of the city had the tiny little alleyway behind your house on it.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Eventually, the hints of the tiny little tunnel you passed completely disappear, and you are in what seems well, you're in hollow. There are pathways and signs, and you can see even sometimes doors to, well, question mark. Sometimes there's staircases that are covered in more dirt and some growths. Sometimes it's grass, sometimes it's less nice than grass. Sometimes it's just one really long worm. There's a lot of worms here, I guess. It's creatures, tiny little critters everywhere. And then you start hearing cackles. You know, you think a witch, you think a cackle. You hear just laughs, but also screams, but also just murmurs of conversation. Though it does seem like it's just the one voice over and over again. It doesn't seem so much like a conversation as a monologue to oneself. What do you do?
Does Smitha still hear the howls, by the way?
Smitha, you definitely every once in a while still, well, sometimes it's multiple times an hour, sometimes every 3 hours, you are hearing these howls. Sometimes you will look to your side and you will see, as you know very well, the ghost, the apparition, the spirit of a certain person. I'm not going to say for you in case that's not something that's public information, but you see that person every once in a while just look at you as if they are the only other person who can hear the howls. And they are. They are the only other person who can hear the howls.
Um, Smita is like half distracted and seems to she locks eyes with the ghosts here and there, which tends to be like just off angle from where Sand is walking. So like it looks like she's both looking at Sand and also like dismissing looking at him. Like she's not looking at him really, she's looking past him, but
Through him.
the eye line is weird. So sometimes if Sand would look at Smita, he would see this smile on her face, a smile neither him or Ankita have ever seen. It's this bashful smile of familiarity, of this of someone who is seeing a beloved person who is uh who is walking along with them laugh almost like they both are in on a joke, only they know.
Sand.
That is the highest compliment that Smitha could ever give Sand is
Yeah, no.
to not look at him, but to look through him and see the world in a new way.
Ankita like
Fucking Christ.
sidles over to
No,
Sand.
not Christ.
Sand,
Moon.
Good God.
Keep going, Zoop.
I think Smitha's really digging your new outlook on life.
Is it
Really?
my outlook on life?
It's wild. This is the angriest lesbian I've ever created in my life.
It's I think she's really digging you.
If she sees something in me that is attractive or wonderful or I don't know, like mentor worthy, if she sees me as a mentor, I would consider
I
that
think
a
that's
high
a
compliment.
little
But it's not
too
me; it's the goddess working through me. That
I
either way, I take the compliment. I take it. I give it back to the world.
You're getting weird. You know how you were afraid that I would kill you?
I do remember fear. Yes.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're going to kill me.
I would never. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
The world's wild and
Yeah.
anything can happen. So,
Yeah.
but I would never want to.
Our agreement is you warn me before you kill me, and I do the same for you.
I think that's wonderful that we can enter in these agreements.
Smita, as you, well, actually, you should still say what you're about to do. But Smita, your do you have any sort of lamp or like lantern that is, sorry, that you use when you're walking through dark places? That is that part of your toolkit? By the way, to be clear, you can say that basic stuff you have. It is part of hardware. You don't have to say that you have a rope or you have a piece of paper, etc.
Yeah, I think I would have the basic thing. I think that might be the only thing that Mahakal would have given her. Just like as a, oh shit, yeah, I should at least give her that before I send her on this death mission.
Wonderful. You've very much run out of oil. This is going to be your fallout. You run out of oil, and you're fortunate that it runs out just as you step into more light. However, it is still. The witches don't seem to need a lot of light everywhere. Every once in a while, there's sort of these luminous pieces of grass or something here and there, so you can see where you're going. However, the fallout that you're going to get will be that anytime you roll a delve check or apologies, anytime you roll delve or discern, it is risky. However, another party member can remove this fallout by marking D6 stress to their supplies instead. So this would act as them giving you their stuff.
Smitha, I can see in total. Do you reveal that that you have this stress or?
I think
The lantern
she
goes
would.
out. Everybody
Okay.
sees it.
Yeah,
Cool.
everyone would
Well,
see
everybody
this.
doesn't see it.
I can see in the darkness, Smitha. Let me be your eyes.
I reluctantly nod. I'm like, okay, that would be helpful. Thank you.
We are all in this together.
No.
Smitha does not disagree, but she does not look happy about it.
Yeah.
Ankita, could you remind me? So you are in the middle of Hollow. There's sounds around you. There's doorways. There's pathways you can go. What are you doing? Or I apologize, I ask that to everybody, but I know that Ankita is the one who's most especially looking for X.
So we have entered the hollow.
Without the, but yes, hollow.
Yeah, we've entered hollow. And which is a haven.
It is a haven, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Certainly very strange and occult, but
Okay,
haven nonetheless.
Are there people
I
around?
No, but you once again you hear sounds of people that you could walk towards.
hey, I want
Follow
to
the sound.
ask,
Yeah.
um, does being in the hollow count as finding a haven or a sanctuary where my master can't reach me?
You could certainly get that, but you would need a bit of help from a witch. But right now
Okay,
it
okay,
is not.
okay. Okay,
Um,
we better find a witch then.
Well, I think we should follow our ears. I would like to follow my ears.
Okay. You go down one of the paths. You do see also when you keep seeing the signs of this way for this person, etc.
Do I see she sees within?
No, you do not see she sees within. If you saw she sees within, you would not know it's she sees within.
No. Do I see it like written like this way to
Oh,
she sees
no.
within?
No. No, you didn't. You do not. Again, very much written in code. Even if the person's name straight up was written, you only kind of figured out, oh, these could be names. Just because
Okay.
one or two kind of felt like names. These are not. None of these are names you've ever heard of. These seem like very clearly, just like the rest of the text, just code. Made up gibberish in their own language.
Okay.
You walk towards the sounds that you hear, the cackling and the monologue. And you do get closer and you see a drow, a tall drow, standing around, seemingly hovering. They are wearing a very, very long cloak, so you can't see their legs. But anytime you see them move in the distance, which they're not acknowledging you, by the way, you see them move. They're not walking like they do. It just feels like they're just hovering from place to place like a ghost, and picking up things here and there, cackling to themselves, and talking to themselves like a witch.
Hi.
They do not acknowledge you.
Greetings under the name of the moon goddess.
Ugh.
We take that back. Do you know she sees within?
Oh, hi, dears. Why? Is that a friend of yours? Did she get lost?
I believe she must be from around here.
She's a friend we haven't met yet.
Oh, I love those. Those are my favorites. Come on in, come on in. Let's see if we can find your friend, yes? Angelique immediately also, this is her time, because this is her destination. She, like, very much, like, straightens her back and walks forward and says, I have been sent by the clerics of the Temple of the Moon Beneath because we have decided to forge a relationship with the witches of Hollow, and she, like, the one of the witches, just one of the witches, apologies, Freudian slip perhaps, the witch just sort of looks to her direction, and Angelique's mouth is closed. There's no gap for the mouth anymore. She's just like,
I don't think she's into the moon beneath.
Can I
the witch hears
apologize
you.
on Can I
Yet
apologize on behalf of my friend?
she's not.
And
She's not into the moon goddess beneath yet.
You
Oh,
might want
dearest,
to shut his
don't
mouth
do.
too.
yeah, that I don't disagree with.
Oh, dears, I don't care about the moon beneath. She was being a little annoying, don't you think?
Yes.
Oh, uh, honey dear,
Apologies.
they're saying I should shut your mouth as well. Do you think that's true? Should I
My
do that?
my mouth.
Yes.
It's the window to the soul. So I hope not.
Oh, I see what's happened to this one. Oh, fun. Well,
Do
come
you,
on in.
do you is that something I actually really liked him the way he used to be.
Used to be.
Fearful,
Yes.
unenlightened,
Yes.
not
Oh,
compatible with the goddess's plan.
Yes.
dear, we shouldn't try to change our friends. If you don't like him how he is, I think you should just get a
Oh,
better
I
friend.
just liked him
And
better
Kita,
the
are
way
you
he
trying to
was.
convert me? Because it's not going to work.
Oh no. No, I'm just saying I liked you better the way you were.
I don't even remember that person, so I hope you'll get to know the new me.
Oh, wonderful. Don't worry, dear. Come in. I'm sure we can figure something out for that.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Um,
Um,
she sort of gestures you into this. You didn't realize there was a door there, but the second she pointed it out, it was like, whoa, you're right. Jesus, it's literally right there, and it's the doorway is soft, a little hairy. Everything here is just kind of a little bit gross all the time.
it's amazing.
The goddess
You.
never removes a mouth without opening a door.
Who's
Is
first
that
up
a
first?
saying?
It's a proverb.
Wow.
Heard of those? Ankita, are
So,
you up first?
yeah.
Yeah. If you put your hand on the doorway, which she doesn't open it for you, she sort of gestures you. And if you put your door on the handle just like kind of extends out. The dirt sort of extends out just for a second around your fist. It's not like keeping you restrained. You can very much
No,
pull it
it's like
away, but
we're
just
holding
like hugs you.
hands.
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear, I love your thought process. You didn't say any of that out loud, by the way.
Yeah.
But the
I'm
witch is
so
like,
excited.
oh dear, I love your thought process. Please come on in.
Are all the witches as wise as you?
They wish. Come on in.
Mm.
You step in, everybody steps in. She closes the door without coming in, but then you turn around and she's inside. And then the door behind you disappears. Oh, don't worry, dears. I fear some tension from that. That's just what I do. We're
No
here.
tension. You're so cool.
I know exactly how long we're going to be here, so I just sort of, you know,
Amazing. Is
no
this
need to
all
be looking at a door.
is this all from embracing the heart?
Why? Why would you ever think that there's such a simple answer to all of this?
Oh no, none of this seems simple.
And I think you would know, don't you? I think if you look within yourself, you would very much know that. So, Sand, you never said his name. Sit down, please.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
I have a seat. A lovely home.
Yes. And Ankita, could I speak to you?
Yes, absolutely.
Smita,
Yes.
she just sort of looks at your chain necklace as she's talking to you and then looks up at you and at your eyes and just like, I think you should stay in this room as well for now. Feel free to sit down if you like.
I am not happy at this, but I'm like, okay, I stay because, well, I know I'm outmatched a little bit here, so I'm just going to not argue and just hope.
Ankita, you
Just-
walk to a different area of this house? Question mark. You walk to a different room, and do you say anything first, or what's happening?
She doesn't look like the witch I've seen in my dreams, right?
No, she does not.
And what do I know of witches? Are they emissaries of the heart?
See, do you ask that?
No, I'm asking, like,
Yeah.
what does Ankita know of witches?
Mm. See, the thing is, that's what people believe they are, and
Mhm.
you've not been in the heart that long, so
No.
that is what you know they are.
Okay. Perfect. I'm so excited to meet you.
Why's that, dear?
Just you
Yes.
may not be she sees within, but I'm so excited to learn from you.
Who's that?
She comes to me in my dreams.
Mhm.
M- maybe maybe that's not her name. Maybe it is you. Maybe she sees within is just a meaning of the person that I am meant to find. Are you the person I'm meant to find?
I think only you can know that, dear. And I'm just one witch of many. My friend, she was visiting just how long ago? Even if you saw her first, I'm sure you'd think she was your friend she sees within. Tell me what you need, because I believe your friend over there has gotten into some trouble for himself.
I think so too. He changed. He went into Smitha said it was called the Gray. And when he came back, he was kind of changed. I mean, as for what I'm doing here, I'm just trying to get deeper into the heart.
Mhm. One second. And she steps out and she just sort of makes the door visible again and then undoes Angelique's mouth and tells her, "You can go do your business elsewhere, love. There's other witches who might be able to, might want to entertain you." And Angelique immediately runs out. She has been panicking with her mouth closed, shut tight, the
Yeah.
skin one
Can
piece
can I
this
have my
entire
pinky
time.
back before you go?
She's out. She's out of the door.
Oh,
Before she goes, I was trying to calm Angelique. If she was agitated, then I would have been trying to calm her during that time. I don't think I would have been successful, but
You can try. You can certainly try to
no,
get her
I
to
don't want to
not
retcon
run
anything you
out.
just said. I was going to ask about that as soon as you were at a stopping place, but
No, it's not an issue but it was something. If it's something you were going to say, that's absolutely do that. We can try to get her to stay. Please, could you roll me a compel Haven or compel a cult? Well, up to you.
I have neither of those, so I will just do 1d10. Five.
That is a failure with success. Well, failure is always with success. Please take one. Because I rolled and I rolled badly. Please take one echo stress.
Cool.
How much is that right now for you?
4 echo stress.
No fallout for you there. Good. Angelique runs out, her mouth now open again, and the door open. And the second she runs out, the door is now suddenly again shut. Well, there is no door to be shut. And she steps back into the room that Ankita was in. And then she starts taking things out of drawers that suddenly you can see. Again, where did they come from? She just extends her hand, and suddenly there's a drawer there. And she takes things out, and she starts just sort of. You have no idea whether she's actually doing something for the purpose or just sort of making her hands busy.
Well, she had my pinky. Looks like I'm gonna have to find a new one.
Oh, there's lots of pinkies around. I'm sure I've got a couple here somewhere.
Oh.
Please don't entertain that thought, dear. None of this is yours.
I mean, do you have any cool pinkies?
I repeat, do not touch anything here.
Oh, I'm not. I wouldn't touch anything.
Yes? Okay. So what do you want?
There is a place I've seen in my dreams. I think it's where I'm supposed to go. Can you tell me any more about it?
No? I do not see your dreams, dear. I
Oh,
only
well,
see your thoughts.
I have, well, so you can see my thoughts, and I have this map that, this ink stained, this dream journal. This is kind of like what I saw, and then I think that this is a map of the area. I think it might be on tier 3. I think it's the heart calling to me.
Well, if you think it's the heart calling to you, then it must be. Give that to me, please.
Absolutely.
She takes it and she doesn't even look at it, and she sort of puts it on like a table or a surface area and says, "Oh, of course I know that place. A lot of interesting activities currently happening there. Yes. Is that where you're headed?"
I think so.
Hmm. I think perhaps you have more interesting things that you would need to worry about here, don't you think? And the
Here.
second she says that, and she says sort of, it's not just, she says that, and then she also says, don't you feel like you could stay here and find your path with us? Don't you think perhaps that's what you're meant to do? And the second she says that, you think back to your dreams, your absolute, your visions of she sees within. You look within yourself and you see instead yourself. You realize, is this a witch that has been, or is this a witch to be? Is this me? Is this the heart telling me that this is my fate? That this is where I'm meant to be? And this is completely what you know. This, of course. Of course you are. She sees within. This is your thought process right now. This is what you're thinking. Of course, I can't believe I didn't. I can't believe I forgot. This is what I've been wanting all along. I've come here. I am. She sees within. This is what I'm meant to be. This is simply my future, not the past or the present. She steps out of the room as you're sort of in your head with these thoughts that are your beliefs completely.
Okay.
What's anybody doing?
Okay.
I'm perfectly content to sit at the table because, I've finished my mission. We're a few episodes short of the finale, and I'm already there, so
Uh, this is
reached
a really
enlightenment.
low table, and you're like tall, right? You're an elf here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're like very much like imagine like
Metaphor.
sitting at the kids' table
Mm-hmm.
at like a nursery.
Mm-hmm.
You're just sort of waiting
And not
on that.
self-conscious at all. Just like, you know what? This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm happy to hang out with the kids.
Smitha.
Smitha, how can I entertain you?
Smita is poking around a little bit because she can't sit still and she wants to know. She's just like, you know what? I'm going to try and poke around, see, try and maybe even just. I think what she's essentially doing, she's poking around just so she doesn't look crazy as she, like, kind of has like a mental communication with the ghost that she could see.
What do you mean by poking around?
She's not touching things because she thinks she's like, okay, that probably is a bad idea, but essentially she's just kind of looking around, opening drawers but not touching anything, just opening a drawer here and there, looking at the shelves, just
Hold on.
kind of just wandering around.
I used to fidget too before, I found inner peace. So I totally get it.
Couldn't be me. You walk towards a drawer and you extend your hand out. After a while of sitting and getting bored and thinking, oh, let me poke around a little, you walk up to one of the drawers that seemingly has been left visible, and you extend your hand out. And right before you're able to touch it, the witch appears right next to you, and she screams in your ear, "Do not touch that!" And
um
you look to your side, and her eyes are black. The aura around her. Previously, you never realized there was sort of aura, like gassy, sort of whitish aura coming out of her, but now it's black up and from around her head as well. Her black eyes are black.
um I'm
That is
sorry.
not yours.
I fidget and I would like to speak to you. I have been sent to speak to you.
The eyes sort of drain back to white. It's sort of, imagine like liquid from a bottle that just sort of drains out back to white, and she's like, she straightens her back
I
and she
understand that
exhales.
you and Ankita, both of you are from the heart, and obviously you are more fascinated with her than you would be for someone you've clearly recognized as a hostage and
Ankita is
not
not the
free.
child of heart. Ankita wants to be a child of heart. Ankita has not been a child of heart for very long.
I just want to be free.
Well, why didn't you say so? Ankita, you
You
may.
you didn't
The
give me the
door.
chance.
Mhm. The door that sort of disappeared and you were stuck in the other room for a second reappears, and you're able to come out to this area. And just as about just around when she says, Smitha says, "I just want to be free, and I've been sent to find you." And the witch says, "Why didn't you just say that?" Um, I think, perhaps, dear Ankita, you may want to take a look around. And she reopens the door to the outside, and tells you, "I think perhaps you would like to explore some, perhaps meet some of the other witches, find your true path, and take your friend. You can figure out what to do with him."
Sorry, my internet froze. She said that I should go out and.
Wonderful. Oh dear. Now don't get lost in your thoughts. I understand a lot of new dreams are coming to you, but you should really go out and explore some, meet some of the witches, some of your new friends, and take your friend with you. Let him explore his path elsewhere.
Okay. So she's basically kicking me out for now.
Yes.
But she kept my map.
Oh, no, you can take that if you like.
Okay.
I'm not sure why I'm still speaking in her voice.
So I will take my maps and I will grab sand, I guess. And
Smita, you stay.
I nod, nod, and I just stay, and I kind of have I don't. My face is completely expressionless. This is important.
Ankita and Sand, you walk out. The door immediately, Smita, the door immediately disappears. For you as well, Sand and Ankita, the door is gone. You turn around, you're like, wait, where did we even come out of? Wait, I don't even see a house or an inside. There isn't even a wall in front of me. What on earth? And Smita, for you, the second the door disappears, the room around you changes. You are in total darkness right now. She still leads you slightly forward, however, as if the darkness also has rooms. And she sort of makes a quip as she walks, like, oh, apologies for the dark, but I'm sure you're used to being in the gray and all the time.
Some of the time.
Not enough of the time, in my opinion. And she keeps walking, and it's nothing is different from this area of just darkness that from the other area, but she tells you to sit down,
I sit
please.
down. No, I sit down when she asks me to do so. Like, again, she knows how to approach someone with power. She's done this before, and she's had to appease someone with power and who can hold her life in her hands for a very long time. And she sits down.
um so could you remind me what one of your beats was again? The
Uh,
one that is relevant right now.
find a sanctuary where your masters cannot reach.
Please tick that.
Yay!
As you sit down, she hovers over you. Very tall. And again, it's a really tall drow. And she tells you, I do not like I do not like working with people that have been sent by Margal. Unfortunately, I can tell you're different. You're not very happy about it, are you?
Quite the opposite.
No, yes. Wonderful. She just keeps looking at that chain necklace. It feels like that is the one weak point of this complete sanctuary. And it is right around your neck. And I can help you. But I can only help you to help so you can help yourself. I cannot do the entire job. I can only simply guide you. And it will not be cheap.
I am not looking for another cruel mistress, but I will take an ally.
Ooh, how arrogant of you to think that I could put ever ally with you.
I will owe you everything except my service and my body.
Hmm. What about your body after you die? Your soul?
What would you want with my soul of all things? It's not exactly anything special.
I'm sure I can find a purpose for it. That's lots of here things that need a soul or two.
How about you can have my body, and you can even have my soul as long as I don't feel it. As I don't, if I am dead this time, I intend to be dead and I intend to join my loved ones in the beyond.
Yes. Such a shame you didn't die that first time, isn't it? Not a mistake many people make, but once you've made it, you can't go back.
Hmm.
Close your eyes.
She closes her eyes.
And now, technically, the difference between the dark without your eyes closed and the dark with your eyes closed should be different. But you close your eyes and you're immediately transported, like be pulled off a stage by a cartoon umbrella by your neck. You're pulled immediately into a vision of the past. You are back in the trenches. You have your partner underneath you. Your hands are covered in blood. You are hysterical. What is happening right now? What is happening around you? What is happening?
Uh, hmm. Smita is there. She is shielding her partner from heavy gunfire, and the gunfire feels not like someone is there's one gun and it's like a machine gun and someone going do 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 do. It's like there are multiple guns and they are floating and they are firing from every angle. There is no angle that is not covered by these guns, even in heights that most gnolls can't reach.
Hmm.
It seems like there are guns on the roof. There are guns even almost the only reason that guns haven't seemingly sprouted from below is because the Smita is currently in the soil, and these drones don't really don't work very well buried in soil and trying to like explode or trying to like gun them.
At this point in your life, did you already have the chain necklace? Did you have Maga?
No, she did not.
You still have the chain necklace around your neck in this vision. What are you saying to your partner as you're doing all this? If you're saying anything, which you don't have to be.
I am trying to keep her wounds closed, and I'm crying and I'm telling her that let them think we're like I'm begging her to come with me.
Mhm.
I am begging her to I'm I'm trying to hide her wounds and stop the blood flow, and I'm begging her to like let's just run, let's just go. We This is finished. We can't we are screwed. Our movement is done. We are the only two ones living. They know who we are. Let's just go, please. I can't lose you. I have lost enough people. I can't lose you as well. Please don't punish me by dying, for the love of God.
Your chain necklace starts burning around your neck immediately. It is scorching. It is cutting through your skin, and the person you are in the vision immediately just snatches it off your neck. But don't forget, you're in the vision. As if she knew that she could do that, she snatches it off. She throws it in the air. What happens to the chain? You know what happens to the chain.
Oh, the chain kind of it it disseminates the first time a gun fires at it. It seems to it's this gun sorry this necklace starts to weave and become almost wait, let me just one thing.
The guns are blazing left and right still. They're not hitting you. It seems like you don't need to avoid them whatsoever, but they're everywhere. It's a sort of sensory overload of the sounds everywhere around you. It feels like rainstorm of gunfire.
Okay. Just let me.
Your partner
Okay.
underneath you disappears. It's like they were never even there. None of the blood is anywhere. You don't even see the guns around you. It's back to total darkness except whatever that is in front of you. But you can hear everything still.
Okay. I am kind of looking up, horrified, as this necklace turns into this uh Frankenstein-esque cyborg thing, and which seems to have flesh and muscle, not blood, but it seems to have flesh and muscle as it kind of uh as it kind of forms into this huge cyborg. It's a composite, and it's kind of leaking. The minute something shoots at it, it leaks this one oil tear, and the where the bullet goes, there you can see this. It pierces through the open musculature, and you can see the mechanics inside.
Mm-hmm.
It seals immediately, but it doesn't seal like in the sense of like it heals, as much as a spike kind of develops. Like
Mm-hmm.
this metallic spike kind of forms from the bullet itself that was inside, and it shoots, and it kind of hurls itself at the gun, and the gun explodes. And that, and as it, and the cyborg kind of seems to scream, not in pain or anything as much, but offense, almost like it's offended, like huh! and it just releases all these spikes, these bomb spikes, all over where the guns are, and it explodes all of them. It takes barely 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. You hear the sound of the witch all around you. You do not see her, but you hear her in your both in your head, but also it seems like just blasting from everywhere. Take care of this, and you will be one step closer. And you know you need to destroy this thing, even if it's in your mind.
I I I kiss my dying partner. I leave her and I tell her, I will see you again. And then I will tell you everything, but I will see you again. I climb out with just my arms. I have no weapon in this memory. I had no weapon. I was just trying to cover and trying. I had no I have no weapons. I just have my arm, and I go up to the cyborg and I start punching it. But in this dream, I essentially am using dream logic to try and punch through the mechanics. I punch and I punch and I punch. My fists are bleeding and they're tearing. It hurts like hell, but I'm punching until my fingers can reach through the open musculature, get to the mechanics, and I start breaking it. It hurts even worse because like this thing is hitting me. It is like hurting me with the spikes. I am being impaled by the spikes, but I will continue. I'm like, this is my dream. This is my past. I survived this. I will survive this again and again. I will survive her as well. And with
Would you
just
roll
that
me
fuck,
kill a cult?
yeah, I do have skill. So that is a 8.
It's a success without stress. You're pouching. Pouching? You're punching just like you said. Your hands are bleeding. Now, I can't promise that you will immediately get to the core of this thing, but you can keep going and you just might succeed.
Uh,
And remember, follow dream logic. Not everybody that's dead is dead in your dreams. You hear the witch say. Please roll me your kill weapon,
okay. So
the
that's
stress die.
ooh. That is a wait. That's my knife thingy, my bootleg, my ritual blade. Kill
Yes.
d6. Wait, do I roll kill and also kill d6, or am I just rolling for the
No,
weapon thing?
just the d6.
Okay, that's a 5.
Wonderful. Thank you. You're punching through this thing and you hear the voice of the witch, or even, is it your own voice or is it somebody else's voice? You can't quite know, but there's something that makes you think, this is in my mind. There's much more that I can control than just how strong my punches are. What do you do?
I take a step back and I redirect all the guns to this cyborg, but suddenly I have changed these guns to be essentially mechanical vultures.
Mm-hmm.
The vulture was like a favorite bird of Mahakal, and that's the first thing that comes to her mind because she's seen those vultures hovering around the gardens of the Cloud Garden for years,
Mm-hmm.
and all these mechanical vultures with beaks extremely strong and fast, and they all kind of they bum rush the cyborg and just go to town, like pecking and scratching and bleeding, and because it has mechanical, everything about it is mechanical, it can punch through much further. And they also kind of, the oil, and also just as a little bit of a touch, because I'm going to be a little dramatic about this, the vultures are when they scratch, they are scratching rust into the cyborg, like fast acting rust.
Could you roll me compel occult to see if, in fact, the vultures come and get on your side?
I do have compel, thank god.
You sure have been doing a lot of compel.
Yep, and that's a 7.
7 is a success. With stress. Everything that you just said happens. Please, can you tell me how much mind, no, blood stress you have? With 5
uh
extra.
I have 2 blood stress.
That means it's a 7. Unless you have.
uh, nope.
Mhm. The vultures punch around you, but then as you step back and the adrenaline sort of gets away from you a little bit, you realize, holy shit, you hurt your hand bad. You got a blood fallout from this, and you are feeling it. Now, let me tell you what mechanically that means. But the vultures are absolutely pecking on this thing. It's just the meat and the muscles and the everything around it is almost bloody. You don't even know if it bleeds, but it starts showing some damage. And your hand is injured. Your dominant hand is injured. It's of limited use for the time being, and any offensive action you make in combat, which is now, becomes risky. Any tasks that require fine dexterity are out of the question. So the rest of the combat, if performed by you personally, they're going to be risky. However, you did succeed on the compel check, so you have the vultures on your side at the moment, which would count as D8. You see your partner in the far, far distant, sort of holding on to the bullet holes, the wound that killed them, just like they were when they were laying down underneath you. But you see them standing up in the far, far distance. It's like they're telling you something. They're trying to make you understand something.
I am like, I'm in pain, but this memory is so vivid and so stark, and just seeing her have a face of, hey, you need to fucking listen. It reminds her of all the promises she made when she was in Cloud Garden, that if she ever saw her again, she would never stop listening to her. And she's like, what?
Can you roll me a discern occult? However, if I remember correctly,
I have neither.
though actually this has nothing to do with darkness, so in the moment you are able to roll discern without it being risky. So please roll me your 1d10.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 7 again.
Okay, it's good. This is success with stress. You look at her and you're listening, and that's a 6. So you got max stress. How much how much mind stress do you have right now?
3.
So 9. We'll get back to this.
9? I don't have 9 squares to fill.
Yes, you do. Everybody has 12.
10.
1, 2,
Everyone
3.
has 10.
Yeah, everybody has 10.
Yeah, and I filled out 3 already.
Yeah, so
plus
you
6
get
is
to
9.
Yeah, you got a 6.
Oh.
That means it's 9.
Oh, okay. In total, you mean? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Wonderful. Well, we'll
Jesus.
get back to that later. You look at her and you listen to her. She's not saying anything, but you understand. This is your dream. Even in your dream, she was not quite yet dead when we just started this. She can help you. She can absolutely help you. She can stand by your side one last time. And she is no longer far in the distance with her face barely visible. She's right next to you, and she extends her hand as if to try to hold it. Do you?
Yes.
She holds your hand, and she looks back as the vultures are eating away at this creature. Can you just describe me again what it looks like generally and right now? What is happening to it?
So generally, this cyborg kind of looks like an anthropomorphic bird person. Like, it has wings, but the wings are this like gold, like gilt edged, like very shimmery, made up of artificial scales. It's like the wings are made up of really cheap sequins.
Mm-hmm.
And the tech of it is like this combination of meat, like flesh and meat, but inside it's all complicated mechanics and everything. And the face of this cyborg looks a little bit like Smitha, and by little I mean about 70%. It's This cyborg is made by someone who clearly has the general impression of what Smitha looks like, but does not care for the details. It's her nose, but the nose isn't crooked enough. Her eyes, but the eyes are not they're not white set enough. Her eyebrows just they're like about one level less thick than Smita's eyebrows actually are. Her chin, her arms, they're not. They are the best imitation of a very neglectful and uncaring artist who kind of is like just making this out of their very unreliable memories and did not care. It's like a first draft. It's like a first draft of a portrait.
Mm-hmm. You hold your partner's hand and you look back at this creature, and you no longer need to use your hands. You remember again, this is a dream. You do not need to actually even touch this thing. You simply need to truly believe that it can be destroyed and you can do it. And you look back at it. And please, can you roll me Compel Occult again?
Okay.
With help.
Yay.
Help is things player characters can do by giving you an extra d10. In this case, your death spirit.
I got a 9.
9 is a success without stress. You look back at it. The vultures suddenly disappear. You're looking at it in this decaying form, and cracks start to emerge in it. Light is coming out of every crack that you see. Bolts and parts start breaking out of it. The crack spreads throughout into a million different directions, and then it shatters. And you know that if this was real life, the sound of the shattering would be. You would need to close your ears, but almost like your ears go lose any hearing. They go, you start hearing it before it even happens, and it completely shatters into a million pieces. You look down once it does, and all you see are pieces of a mirror. It's not even like there was a creature there. It's all just shards. You look back at your partner. You know, you don't have much left until you will be pulled out. What do you do?
I kiss a ghost. If she feels solid to me right now, I kiss her one desperate last kiss, and I tell her, you don't have to forgive me. You can slap me if you see me when I finally die. You can blame me, throw things at me. Just please be there when I finally end this fetid life of mine.
She
It's
holds
always
your
been you.
She holds your face in her hands. She is crying. Her hands are bloody. It makes your face bloody. She is crying and she's smiling and she looks at you and she tells you, "I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll wait. I'm sorry. I don't
I'm
Goodbye."
sorry. I'm
And
sorry.
she's gone. You open your eyes so drastically, so immediately, I mean. You are still in that same darkness from before you had your vision. So you are calm, you know Mahakal does not know what you've done. And once again, just as always, just like she's always there, the spirit of your dead partner is just sort of somewhere in the distance. But the face you just said goodbye to, the smile, the tears, looking into your eyes, it's not there. And you're just reminded that the spirit might look like my partner, but truly this is not them. This is my mind that has made them look like this, and this is just a reminder of everything I've done and everything I didn't do, which was to die. The witch is about
I,
in front of you again.
I start howling. I just fall to my knees and I start howling in a multitude of emotions: relief, catharsis, self hatred, just seeing her, feel her, or at least what she truly remembers of her again, and then being back with this pale imitation, literal pale imitation, is just too much, and she starts howling.
Mm. The witch almost ignores that you're going through all this and she starts speaking. You can keep, you can curl up, you can howl, you can cry, you can do whatever you want. She'll still continue as if the ending of a commercial for a medication, just side effects include. Now, I believe you understand that was simply in your mind, dear. But I want you to know that you are able to take the chain off now. However, before you do so, you should know, even here, the second you do, she will know. And I'm sure you know what she will do once she does. Once you take the necklace off, I do understand there was an agreement there that the creature must aid you. And the creature will aid you, as it has been instructed to. It is quite a loyal creature. However, once it does so, its next target will be you, so you must know what you're doing when you take the necklace off. And that if the creature does not kill you, Mahakal will be after you. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. You're out of the darkness. You're back in the room. Back in her house. The door is completely visible. You know what that means. She does not say anything.
You can have my body. It's the least I owe you.
Oh, I will have it. Don't worry. I will have it when I need it.
My soul belongs to her.
No, it does not. Not anymore.
I don't mean Mahakal.
Ah, how sweet. Well, the good thing is we do not operate in such sentimental terms, so your soul can now belong to me as well. Ta-ta!
She kind of shrugs and says, I'm willing to share if you would like to have a drink at some point in the afterlife.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, you will be
I,
waiting for a long time, dear.
how about now then?
Oh. Throw me a ballet.
Are you hitting on the witch?
Yes.
Okay.
That's an 8.
That's how she laughs as you say this, and she says, like, oh, I cannot believe those thoughts completely miss my little target area. Dear, I suppose your friends are a little busy right now, and you are freshly free of your soul, soon to not be anymore, of course, again by me, but, why not? Everybody needs some free time. And then
Like I
she,
said,
oh yeah.
I don't want a cruel mistress, but I wouldn't mind, well, a drinking partner?
I thought you were gonna say something else there, buddy! Cut to Ankita and Sand.
How much time has passed during all this?
You have just walked out.
Okay. Hey, that's weird. It disappeared and it reappeared again.
Well, you just walked out and the door disappears. But what you get up to, I think we will come back to after our wonderful break. So, waiting for that to happen. See y'all in like 15 minutes, folks. Waves. We're being. Welcome back. We're back from the break, and we're back with Ankita and Sand. Although, well, we'll find out later what exactly the short-term consequences of that all was for Smita. But for now, Ankita and Sand, you have just left this witch's hut. And you're back in this disgusting cave of dirt that might as well be just meat around you.
And the witch's hut disappeared.
It's strange. It's as though if you really try to focus, because you know for a fact it's there, you can kind of see it, but it's as if you're not wanting to see it. Your mind doesn't want to see it. It's a perception filter of sorts. Yes. What are you doing?
Sand.
And Kita?
I know my path now.
I'm so happy for you. Do we hug? I don't know. I feel so happy for you. Very proud of you.
Sure. Yeah.
As your role model.
Are you... What?
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 Listen, I liked you way better before.
Well,
You know what? I think you liked you better before.
I don't even, I can't even comprehend
Let's-
where the self ends and the goddess begins.
Yeah.
So
Just-
I think I like everything more now.
Let's... But if you like
I'm sorry, we were talking
everything-
about, I made this about me. I'm sorry. I'm happy for you. That's great that you found
If
yourself.
you like everything more, then do you really like anything at all?
That's so profound. That is so insightful.
We could use
You-
insight like that at the moon beneath.
Let's see. Come on. Let's see if we can find. Let's wander a little bit. Let's see if we can find someone else.
All right, if we're gonna move, I want to make sure that we don't lose Smitha. So maybe I take a tent stake and I sort of jam it into the what
Yeah, I'll
passes for
put a-
ground.
Yep. I'll
And see if
draw
I can-
an X. And look here. We'll take some of this string. We'll tie it around your tent post. We've got the X here. Let me just hook this to your belt, so don't lose me, and we'll be good. Okay. Hello.
Onward.
Just
You're walking through the cave and
knocking on various areas.
just on the dirt,
Yeah.
hoping there's a door.
Yeah.
How about you give me a hunt occult with risky?
Haunt occult. A risky haunt occult.
I can
Oh,
be of no
hunt.
help.
He's just looking around,
Mhm.
so happy.
Content, I would say.
That's double eights.
Okay, so it's an 8. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Risky, to remind people, means you take second highest. That's still an 8. That's a success without stress. I think you walk around a little, and again, you're just sort of trying to knock on dirt. Now, dirt isn't very resonant. It's not the kind of surface you can knock on, so it's just kind of like, I don't know why I made fart sounds. I apologize for that. That's just sort of what happened. But you're just sort of walking around doing that on every other wall here and there. Eventually, a witch... Something grabs your hand as you're about to do it again.
Oh.
Could you stop doing that, please? It's quite annoying.
I'm so sorry.
It's a little bit painful, too.
What do you mean painful?
Well, don't you hear them scream? you look back at where you were about to knock, and it's like, I mean, not to be a broken radio, but it's an eyeball.
That's why do they
Why do they
appear right where I'm going to knock?
They do not appear where you're going to knock. They were there, and then you were about to knock on it. Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean that they weren't there. Get eyes, please. They've got great ones. Don't take theirs, please.
Oh, I'm glad that you said that because I was actually
They're quite
legitimately
big.
considering it. Yeah. I mean, you don't think I'd look good with like big eyes? They say that big eyes is beauty.
Don't be so shallow, dear.
She turns to the big eye and she says, "You're very beautiful," and then turns back to the witch.
Also, I retconned that I said dear. That was just sort of a thing of habit. Not everybody says dear here.
Um, Hi, my name is Ankita. At least
She's
that's my
already like
name
walking
now.
around. She's just like hunched over, just constantly doing things here and there, disappearing here and back. Huh, Ankita?
What's
Yeah.
what's your name?
Who cares? Something. Just imagine a name, and that's my name. Yes, that exactly that one. Yes.
Giselle is a beautiful name.
Okay.
You said I had to imagine a name, and I imagined a name. What do you know of the moon beneath?
Should ask him that. He's gonna know way more.
It's true.
Well, no, I know. I don't want to ask him that. That's actually,
Yeah, the flip side of it is I feel like I know nothing. I feel like I have everything
yeah,
to learn. I'm just an empty vessel. So
this this isn't who he used to be.
No, I know. I can see it. Well, yes.
Can you help him?
Do I have to?
No, obviously not.
I can, but
can we help you? I live to serve.
He wasn't like this.
Oh, so he
I
was
was
way
lost and now I'm found. That's
less.
correct.
He was way less helpful before then. Maybe you should keep him like this. He seems to be a useful guy.
I don't know. I
Fix
kind
a
of
couple of
liked him the
cabinets
way he
around.
was. He had like opinions and stuff and like normal fears and
I have
you know,
opinions. I still have opinions. They're
and
just the right opinions now.
now he thinks he likes everything. Who likes everything?
Well, I could point you to a couple people who like everything.
Hmm.
This guy, for example.
Enlightened people.
Right. I can help you. It'll cost you. Make up your mind whether you want me to help you. I'm very, very busy.
What are you busy with?
You would never understand.
Well, you say that, but maybe one day I will.
Okay. Maybe
She's on a
one
journey.
day. Maybe one day I will become the moon beneath. No offense.
Wait. Can you see the future?
I've tried some of it, sure. Not just like all the time.
Can you see who I'm going to become?
Like I want to be a doctor when I'm older type of thing?
Well, I want to be one with the heart when I'm older. I could be a heart doctor.
That's another one of these. Well, we have one too many heart doctors already, to be honest. There's one already that's giving me a darn headache. What exactly are you asking from me? Because really, I am quite busy. It's not just something I say. Hurry!
Can you help him be himself?
Are you saying
Whoever.
this so he can hear?
Huh?
Are you saying this in a way that he can hear?
Yeah. Can
Okay,
you?
Sand.
Yeah.
I understand you're brainwashed, but like you're still like imagine if you were just you
Mm-hmm.
and your friends were like talking about like, we need to fix this guy. We need to
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
change his entire.
I understand. I
No,
understand
no,
exactly
no.
what she's doing, and it doesn't, let her try. I mean, because
To be clear, I'm not asking you to change him. I just want you to help him be himself again.
I say challenge me. I mean, like I'm so secure in my
If
faith
this is
that
who he is, then that's who he is.
I mean,
But just
we are wasting time, but
think
it's
we
your
should
time.
all
I'm
be true to
Mhm.
ourselves.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
What are you going to give me?
What would you like?
Oh, please don't give something up for this.
I have this stick of sticky webs that looks like cotton candy.
Okay. Mechanically, Zoop, she needs something of D8 value, and you just offered her something that's not even D4.
I have these pills and this vial of cursed ink.
You have something that's valuable, don't you?
Yeah, I just told you. What do you?
Oh, you've got something else, I think.
You can't have my fish.
Oh, I don't want the fish.
You want the jar that the fish is in?
Don't you still have the rest of the jar?
Yeah, that's only a D6.
Yeah, but added with something else. You don't have a D8, do you?
No. I
Two
have.
D6s make a D8.
Is it two D6s make a D8 or is it a
Well, I think it's
D4
a
and a
D.
D?
Yeah, a D6 and a D4. But if it's not a very interesting D4, then you might need to do a compel to haggle.
And Kita, I know you're only doing this because you care about me, and I believe me, it means so much that you want what you have lost. But think about what you have gained. I am more me than I've ever been.
I start
So
digging through Sand's bag to see
we
what he
all
has.
we all change on a timeline. We change, we grow, and I
Hey,
think that mourning the loss of what we lose is natural, but embrace what's new.
hey,
I
Sand. Ankita is digging through your stuff and about to rob you.
about to rob me? No, Ankita wouldn't do that. I'm an open book, though. Go ahead and
She's
look through
doing
my
that.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
What do you have?
Oh, you want actually me to aid and abet by reading my character sheet? Okay.
Yes.
I have ah. I have scripture etched bandages and blessed oils, and I have a staff. And I'm not wearing them right now, but I have glasses with red tinted smoked lenses.
What has a D something attached to it?
Oh, let me see. Oh, I also have a single devotional candle that burns with a silver flame. So, of the stuff that has a D attached to it, the scripture etched bandages and blessed oils are mend, blood, mind for D6, and the staff is a D6. Kill D6.
Um, we have these weird bandages
Hey, whoa, no, no, no,
that
no.
can like.
I know these are sacred bandages. I
Yeah,
actually
there's
do need to
sacred
hold on to
bandages.
these.
He doesn't need them because
Nikita,
he's so full of scripture and blessing that he can just make more.
that's very flattering. However, I do need to hold on to
And
these.
I do have this ink,
What's the what D is the ink? What size is the ink?
D6 occult.
Hmm. Just looking over
You
and
can't have
checking.
my bandages. I'm sorry.
Sand. I know you've been so serene and calm and
Mhm.
happy this entire time, but
Mm,
you're. Imagine if you just randomly met people who you do not know, who you do not
mhm.
trust, who start attacking you to kill you. That is how you are wanting to act closer to, and closer to exactly that extent of resistance without hesitation, the more she continues to try to fix you,
Okay.
which you do not believe is fixing. There is You
Mhm.
need to stop her. You do not care if she's friend.
Okay.
You will do anything
Mhm.
to stop her.
Mhm.
Ankita,
Yeah.
do you take the bandages? You're not quite at that
You-
point yet, but you're definitely getting to that, Sand.
You can make more. I know. I believe in your ability to make more.
And Kita, put the fucking bandages back in my pack.
No.
And Kita,
You're not the real Sand.
would you like to see the real Sand?
Yeah, bring it. Neither
Do
of
you
us have kill.
are you holding the bandages?
Yeah.
I grabbed them.
Okay.
Uh
Go ahead and try.
okay, sorry. Right. So this is going to be an evade from Ankita.
Uh-huh.
Well, thing is, okay, this is PC against PC, so who's taking the stress here? Well, it depends on how much you succeed. Okay, Ankita, roll me an evade Haven.
Okay.
However, Sand, if she succeeds, you're taking stress.
That's a 9.
Wonderful. Please take 3 supply stress. And tell me how much you have right now.
I have 3 now.
Okay, you do not take a fallout. She grabs the bandages. What do? You are at that point.
I hold out my staff, like ready to attack.
Do you attack?
See? This isn't him.
The witch like disappears from next to you. She's a little bit far away, but she's like still like splash zone, and she's like cackling, and she's like, "Woo! Here we go!" Sand, do you attack?
Yep.
Please roll me a kill Haven.
Let's see. Nope, I got nothing. I even though I'm attacking with a kill 1d6, that doesn't mean I have kill all of a sudden for
No,
this.
no, no, no. It
Okay.
just means that that's the skill to roll with this weapon, with this item.
Okay, roll 1d10. What do you think that I rolled?
3.
I like that you think of me so highly that you think I could have gotten a 3. What do you think I rolled?
A 1?
1?
A 1.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. You know, I feel
Yeah,
like
the
I need to.
sheltered Mormon, fantasy Mormon is suddenly getting very stabby.
So I
I
don't remember.
knock him down and lock his arms.
Hold.
Okay.
I do not quite remember if we've rolled a 1 before in this campaign, but I hope we haven't because I had forgotten. A 1 is a critical failure, which means it's double stress. I'm going to roll for your stress.
I just want the real Sand back.
That's 2 blood, doubled to 4. Please take 4 blood stress and tell me how much you have. And
Oh.
yeah.
All right. I started out with 8.
Uh-huh.
I have 1 protection, so I get 3 additional. So I'll be at 11, and that's more than I can handle on my.
Well, you're a
character
lucky
sheet.
bastard because you got only a minor fallout, which means that clears your entire track anyway. So
Okay.
you don't, for a while, you're not going to risk a major one again, but you still do take a blood minor.
Okay.
Ankita, describe me what you're doing here.
So he lunges forward with his staff, and I sidestep, grab it under my arm, flip it over so that he flips over on his back, and I hold him down.
Sand, you get the fallout disarmed, which is you drop and lose whatever you're holding, leaving you defenseless. You only inflict D4 stress in combat until you source a weapon.
Okay. And you said that I clear my blood stresses?
Your blood. Anytime you take a fallout, you
Or sorry,
clear
fall-
the track.
Okay, cool.
No,
Alright.
yeah, just the stress, but you take a minor blood fallout, which is disarmed, so you don't
Got
have
it.
your weapon right now.
Okay, but I'm back to 0 blood stress.
Yes.
Got it.
Ankita,
Cool.
you've taken the weapon. What are you saying or doing anything else?
Just listen. If you're really you, this won't do anything to you.
What just happened? Why did my goddess let you take the staff? That's fucked up.
Because if this is really you, none of what I'm doing is going to do anything.
I must have pissed off the goddess.
Um,
Oh
Sand,
God.
what are you doing?
Oh God. I must have. Oh, what did I do? I'm turning inward since I'm turning outward and being angry at Ankita isn't helping my situation. I'm thinking, how did I wrong the goddess? How did I fuck this up? I need to.
Are you trying to get free from her? Because she's like holding you in place. Are you trying to get free or not?
I'm thinking. No, I don't think I am. I think I'm more trying to figure out what I did wrong.
Mm-hmm. Well, what are you doing? Because you need to do something. Because, well, if you don't, then Ankita will get another action in.
That's fine.
Help him! He's clearly not himself.
Sand,
Yeah.
if she keeps having you restrained, they will be able to fuck with your brain, and you can't let that happen.
You mean the people that are currently manipulating me?
No, the witch and Ankita. You cannot let the
Okay,
voice
so
inside of your head is telling you.
okay,
Cannot
okay.
let them get you.
Got it. Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, I swat the staff away and back the fuck off
Oh,
and
well,
go.
you're being held restrained, so you're going to need
Okay.
to roll well, I think you can't do evade because you're already being held in place. So try to do let's do endure haven to try to get out of this grip.
All right. I have endure, so 2d10. Ooh, one of them was a 1, the other one was a 4.
Well, at least it's a 4. Okay, please take 4 more blood stress. And I rolled a 4, which means you get another blood fallout. However, instead of giving you a second minor blood fallout, I'm going to do another thing that I have also done in the past, though I haven't told you. I'm combining them into a major. Now I already know what major you're getting. Sand, you're trying to break free. You have your hands held in place. Ankita, you basically almost have him. He seems distracted. He is struggling, but it feels like his brain his mind is going elsewhere. And Sand, your eyes start almost closing. You seem exhausted, and like almost like the moral exhaustion as well of you don't feel like you can even do anything. You're so disappointed in yourself, and you have nothing in you left. You got the major fallout exhausted, and you just, if you push yourself any harder right now, you will pass out.
Ankita is like starting to cry. Can you please help him?
Right, yes. Now, sure.
Yes.
But the ink,
Yes.
you not have anything better?
You get the bandages too.
What do I need bandages for?
I'll show you what you need bandages for. Come on.
I think you maybe should, I don't know, look closer into your bag.
Okay, fine. You can have the damn crystal.
And
You only get the crystal, though. I'm keeping the ink.
Okay, well, that's not what we discussed.
Fine, have both. I want Sand back.
And she's like disappears from a bit far away and appears right above Sand. Sand, what are you doing? What are you feeling like? Are you saying anything?
I am praying. I'm actually taking the candle from my bag and I'm starting to like try and do like a protection.
With what with what arm are you taking?
Oh, both my hands are bound.
Yeah.
I'm crawling. I'm trying to crawl towards my bag, and I will use my mouth and my teeth to try and get the candle out. I I am I need to repent. I need to figure out how to get right with my goddess.
I think you do not have it in you that much because of the fallout. You just have nothing in you. However, you are able to like just say it under your breath, and that's
Mhm.
about as much as you are able to get yourself to do.
Okay.
The witch appears over your head.
You're a bad
and
friend. You hear that as part of my incantation.
We'll see.
The witch appears above your head. She holds your sort of face in place like this, and she just goes, just move that over there, and let's get that out of the way. And
You're all just jealous because I've reached enlightenment before you.
she shuts your mouth tight with the skin thing that she did to Angelique. Oh, that I don't need to listen to that. That's not necessary. And it feels like something flashes in front of your eyes. You think back to when you were in the gray, and this mind control situation was being put on you, and your memories of that exact moment of those moments had been blurry up until now because, well, not your mind not letting you remember what was done to you, but now you suddenly remember the masters completely manipulating. It's like you can see so clearly the words they're saying. It's an incantation, and your mind, it's like it's an out of body experience of you looking at your mind being taken over, and you are pulled back out of it. And you remember everything. You're still exhausted. You still are unable to do anything right now. Everything out. Oh, your breath has been punched out of you. Not necessarily by Ankita, but just by everything. But you're you again.
Fuck. Wait, do I have my mouth again? Can I say that? Or
You
does
have
it
a
just come up?
mouth, but you have no energy. Like, to repeat you, like, you either have to stop right now or convince someone else to carry you the rest of, like, whatever you're doing, because you have nothing in you, right? Like the way you speak is like mumbling and whispering at best.
Is
Okay.
it done?
Yes, but he's not in a very good shape, dear. Not dear. Whatever your name is.
Well, thank you for helping. You don't know anybody named She Sees Within, do you?
No,
You really like that crystal, right?
it's pretty.
Can I have it back?
How do you think transactions work?
Once per session, you can demand that a target holding any item gives you that item and they must obey.
Bitch! It's just like, it's not even like you're convincing her or whatever. She's fighting through the force. She knows that you're putting a spell on her, but she's like, can I at least get the stupid bandages?
Um, I will ask Sand. if he's willing to give them up once he's feeling better.
He's like almost dead.
Yeah, when he's feeling better.
And the gem, she throws it towards you. You need to tell bitch, get out of my way. And she, you see her. She is losing it. She starts floating up into the air, and you are no longer recognizing what she looked like a second ago. She is suddenly flickering in front of you, just off and on again. It's like an old film. It's like one of those little thingies that you would see a horse in back before cameras were a thing. She is a monstrous creature. You're looking at her, and just looking at her, you feel like you're about to get some real serious consequences. You feel
I
like you
throw
need
her
to
the
get out of here.
bandages.
It goes through her. She is still angry. And she
And I run away. I pull sand and follow the string back to where the house is and yank open the door.
Okay, can you roll Endure Haven to try to pull sand? Unless you are super strong, and that's something we've known about you. Is it?
That is an 8.
Wonderful, that's a success. How are you carrying him or pulling
I'm
him?
just like I literally like pull him over my back and just start like following. I'm just like
Okay.
two-stepping.
Yeah, you're walking through the dirt as quickly as possible, and she's just like honestly, I'm gonna have to make this reference, but like it's like an Enderman in Minecraft. It's just like just all over you. It's like if she wanted to attack, she would, but she's just kind of watching you. She can attack at any second. She's watching you, and she's just sort of
I look forward
around
to
you.
being friends when I'm a witch.
Do not fuck my place. And she, like, with a wind behind you, you feel yourself being pushed forward so much farther away, way closer to where you were heading to. Which, thank you for that. And you look back and you do not see her anymore. You do not even see the path you just came through or were pushed through.
Yeah.
Sand, you are feeling so horrible right now. You're nearly dead.
Sorry, I know those bandages would have actually been really helpful for you right now, but we'll just have to deal with it.
It's fine. What's the point in anything?
I love hearing that.
Amazing. Spit up. You walk out of your witch's hut. You can tell us what happened or not. I don't even know what to ask here. But the drink you had was wonderful. And it was also a unique experience because, well, you don't typically have just casual. You can hang out with witches in heart. It's not like every one of them isn't like this weird, being that whatever. But the ones that choose to live in Hollow, which is sort of all of them would come through this place at one point or another during their life. But the ones that choose to live in Hollow, they're especially interesting beings. So you're not used to just like having a drink with them. So what are you feeling as you exit and say goodbye?
Well, what happened in that hut is that there's a reason why
Stays in
Smitha.
that hut.
Well, I can't go into details, but I'll just say that Smitha, even though she is dealing with someone with very different rules, magic, and things, there's a reason why she was the leader of a revolution and why people followed her in the first place. and this is the first she's feeling bouncy a little bit. She's actually feeling a little more sure of herself in a very long time. She's talking to someone on an equal ish basis, but at least someone who's not you know playing with her like she's like a doll or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a good time, and well, the good time goes back into the heart. And after they are done having an even more interesting night, which did involve magic at one point because fun. uh
What's the rating of this show?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like
That's why
it probably couldn't have been that long because I think when you open the door, I'm pulling sand in and I just like push you out of the way and be like, "Glad to see you're feeling great." And like drag sand into this
it wasn't
witch's
a
hut.
night full. It wasn't a night full. It was, the rounds were less than 5. Let's just put it like that.
Okay, Smita, when you open the door to leave and then you leave, you realize, ow, fuck, your hand. You injured it in the dream vision. It's still injured. You still have your battered hand. What are you guys doing?
I push my way into that witch's hut.
The one that Smita just came out of?
Yeah.
Well, the door's not there anymore.
No, I do it like she opens it and I like push my way in.
Quite a coincidence of the exact same second that Smita was getting out of. If you do that, I'm going to need to give you like D8 fortune stress because that's like a whole lot of luck.
Well, I think I got to the doorway and I waited till she opened it, and then
How
just
would you
like
know
pushed
when I'm
myself in.
opening or what is happening? That's
Well, I mean,
again, that would still count as D8 fortune stress, I think.
sand is. You know what? Give me
We-
the D8 fortune
We know the
stress.
sounds of Knowles seducing witches. Come on, we've been around the block.
Okay.
We can
You're
hear it
allowed to-
from
okay.
everywhere in the cave.
I need sand to have a place
It's
to
echo
rest
stress, is what I'm
tonight.
saying.
You're allowed to do that, but I'm not D8, but I'm gonna give you D6 fortune stress. I think this is slightly homebrew. You lucky bitch. That's a 1.
Okay.
How much fortune stress do you have right now?
1.
Okay. That's fine. You didn't get a fortune full.
Okay. I push in. You know what? I never asked you your name, but it seems like you and Smitha had a real good time. Can you please give us a place to sleep tonight?
She looks at Smita like, are you like friends with them or?
I'm traveling with them. Friends is a bit of a stretch.
Oh well, friends of my inferior, friends of mine or inferiors of mine. Come on in.
Sand really needs a place to sleep. He's just like can barely talk.
Just dump me in a ditch.
Oh,
He's
fixed him.
Oh, he's
Oh.
okay.
yeah.
Fantastic.
I
No.
pissed off somebody. Her name is Giselle. You might know her by a different name.
Giselle?
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I don't quite. Well, if you say it's Giselle, it's not like I know every witch in Hollow.
As I said, that may not actually be her name, but she's now Giselle. What's your name?
I know that we're not that close, dear.
Okay, you can be Buchanan. That works for me.
Okay, just sleep on the dirt. I don't really have a bed.
Okay, where do you sleep normally? Actually, no, never mind. I don't want to know.
Good, because I wasn't going to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, I could just
Smitha
ask
and
Smitha.
Smitha just kind of shrugs in the very like with a smirk on her face of like, we didn't need a bed.
Okay, whatever.
Didn't see one, yeah. Didn't see one either, to be honest.
I need Sand to have somewhere to sleep.
Yeah, sure. That's just don't touch anything or try to open anything or well, try to take up as little space as possible, dear. Is that okay? Yes, that is okay.
Well,
Well, I'll just be around. Yeah?
is there anything?
Hmm?
Well, you opened my mind to what could be. Is there anything I can do for you?
No. No, there isn't. That's very sweet, I suppose. But no, I'm okay. I'm wonderful. I got your friend's soul. It's quite a good day for me today already.
Mm.
What would
She
you? What?
she looks at the witch and you are sharing it with someone, but equal share and whatnot.
All right. Okay. Um, just don't make noise, okay? And she disappears. If you really want her back, you can cry out for her or try to open a drawer. Though, I mean,
I kind of liked her at first.
well, yeah.
I don't really like her anymore.
Why?
But
Surprisingly enough, she's not very far from the women I used to go out with. It's just that they were less misanthropic, if I'm being completely honest.
You guys are hearing of this. This is the first you're hearing of this going out with.
yeah,
Well,
you wanna sit here around this fire I just made and tell us some stories while Sand recovers?
you know what? I'm feeling in a good mood right now. Why not? Plus, Sand might actually get to hear of some other experiences that might perk him up. He has a real future ahead of him now.
Great.
Sand is gonna.
I I clap him on his back like in a jovial friendly way for the first time, just like, you know what Sand, life sucks, doesn't it? It sucks. It was all bullshit, but guess what? Now you can do what you want with that bullshit.
Yeah.
You'll get it soon, kid.
Okay.
Okay. Such a drastic difference from we're all children of the world. Oh, I don't know. Okay. About some time passes. You guys are resting. You're trying to. Does anybody have any way of helping Sand?
No, but I
uh,
do look around the witch's place for something to eat.
Girl, you only get one warning. Are you sure?
I'm hungry!
You know she's gonna give you stress, right? If you try to open shit.
Okay, I'm not opening shit, I'm just jiggling it so she'll come feed me like a goddamn cat.
What are you trying to open?
Oh, I'm just jiggling something so that she'll come feed me like I'm a goddamn cat. Preferably something from the heart, since the worms didn't count.
She appears, as you start fucking around in the place. She appears to so you can find out. She's black in the eyes again, the aura, and she says, "What do you want?
Can I have something to eat?
I am not a host, you little. I am allowing you to stay in my house. I am not going to feed you. If you would like something to eat, then go out there and find something.
You sure the last thing I ate was worms?
Do not call me again.
Wait. Where do I go find something to eat?
She's gone. But the door is visible.
All right, Sand, I'm gonna go try to find you something to eat. Just hang on.
We probably still have rations, right?
Yeah, you have rations.
Oh, okay.
I
Just
I
eat the
I like
rations.
with what little strength I have, as I take something from my pack and go.
I eat from my jar of dirt.
Okay, thanks for taking away my bliss and returning me to this life of pain. That was nice of you. I'm
Did
sorry
you
I
really
tried
like
to
your
kill you.
fake bliss?
I don't know, but I'm sorry I tried to kill you.
It's okay. Now you
It's
have
okay,
one
I've
on
done
me.
worse.
I have a freebie one time. I'll still
Yeah.
warn you though.
Wait, did he warn you before he tried to kill you?
He did not.
I warned you.
Hmm.
I said don't get in my pack.
It wasn't a real good warning.
Oh,
I think we need to
yeah.
establish some rules about it being explicit warning of I'm going to kill you now,
Yeah.
or don't touch it and I'm going to attack you. I think
I-
there needs to be the word attack, kill, maim, uh, uh, vivisect,
Something,
something
yeah.
along those lines.
Grapple.
100%.
I'm glad we're back to all this constructive criticism, the gentle correction that has kept me
No,
alive
I
so
mean
far. Thanks to you
honestly,
all.
I think we should feel really good about this three-way partnership we've got going on. I mean, Smitha is on board with not killing us without warning us first, and we all know that she could kill us very easily.
Fine.
Eat a
Sand.
biscuit, you'll feel better.
Okay. Sand.
I got a chocolate in here. You can put the chocolate, you can eat the chocolate and the biscuit.
What's the point?
It's
Sand.
tasty, that's the point.
Yeah. Have you
Um,
heard of a principle called hedonism? And Smitha starts to go into essentially philosophy just to see what starts to strike with Sand.
You had me.
Why does so much of your philosophy have to do with sexy women?
No. Don't stop.
It also
her.
has
Come
to
on.
do with food. It has to do with food. Hedonism is not just about sex. It is also about enjoying every sense, which
I
does
know,
involve
but
food.
everything you say seems to come back to sexy women, and I'm just a little confused.
what's so confusing?
What's
Oh wait,
confusing
is she
about
is
that?
she is
Oh
she
no,
back?
no, that's just the voice of God
No,
chiming
What-
in.
that's just
I-
Ankita. That's just Ankita.
I am a lesbian. I don't understand the question here. Not everyone is obsessed with a metaphysical concept.
Fine. I'll hear more about hedonism. Jeez.
Sand.
Yeah.
You're the only one that can help your blood fall out right now. And there's nobody else in Hollow that can help you. I can allow you to downgrade your major into 2 minors instead of 1 minor, which is what usually could have happened. Because usually you wouldn't be able to be clear, but resting for a while can allow you to be able to perform your ritual so you can you're able to at least go on.
All right. I'll do that. I mean, his heart isn't in it, but he's gonna do the ritual because he knows that he can also help his companions, and if they've got fallout to deal with.
Right. Can everybody remind me all the fallouts you have right now?
I have fascination, strange appetite, and you were technically supposed to give me one more mind fallout for touching the eyes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
forget about
same.
fascination.
I have a mind fallout. I think you didn't tell me what my mind fallout was.
I know.
And I have the battered hand.
And one of my fallouts was the enlightenment, if you can call it a negative. And then the other one was the disarm, which was a minor, and then you upgraded that to the major when I got the second minor, I think, right? And so I don't know what exactly that major fallout is, other than I'm just
It's
dead inside.
it's called
Exhaustion.
exhausted.
Perfect, exhausted. Okay, so I can do this ritual that will downgrade it to a minor, and it could also downgrade anyone else's major to a minor, or get rid of one minor. So if you want to take part in this ritual, even though it's meaningless, all life is meaningless, I can go ahead and do that as soon as I have the energy.
Mhm. Okay. So, I think Abhilasha, you have a fallout you are able to downgrade. You gotta pick one. Or, well, you have a mind. You have 2 minds and a blood. Or no, sorry, you have 1 mind and 1 blood. And Ankita, do you have a blood or a mind?
I have 2 minds.
Okay.
The one that you haven't given me, and the fascination.
Forget about fascination. It's gone.
Oh, we're
I
getting
mean,
rid of fascination?
you're back to your normal amount of fascination that you had before
Okay.
with the place, but fascination itself is gone. Yes. So, Sand, how exactly does this ritual look like right now?
Just like it did before, it's a little more monotone. I'm not, I'm not even trying to like seem enthusiastic about it.
Mhm.
Um, but I know the words, I know the rituals, I know the right movements of um, the singing and holding the candle and stuff.
You can sense that you're being watched, and you can guess that they know that you're no longer under this influence. You don't feel like an anger or anything, but you know that they know.
Cool.
As this ritual happens, as the effect starts taking place, what did you choose, Smita?
Hmm. I am going to go with the mind. I want the mind out. I can kind of I'll deal with the blood one maybe
So the
later.
mind is a major, and I will explain what it was in a second, and it will take effect in a second as well. It was a major, it will have to downgrade to a minor. If you do the blood, it will be gone completely. To remind you, the blood, what it gives you is when you're using delve or sorry, when you're in combat, it's risky, and any find dexterity is out of question. So do you want to downgrade the major?
Yeah, I want to downgrade the major.
Mm-hmm. As you as the ritual is happening and you're sort of in this quiet and you have a moment of reflection of everything that happened to you. You cannot believe you're free. You soon will not be free again, but for now, you're free. And you look and you see your partner in the distance, sort of giving you a smirk that you know they would give, but of course you know that this isn't them. This is just what your mind thinks they would do. And you do take a d8 mind stress because I will roll that for you. As this was the major fallout you got, it's called scarred. It's essentially PTSD. Please take 6 mind stress and tell me how much you have overall.
Wait, I already what? But okay, so I take out so this fallout is done and I take out the stress that I got from that. So I'm okay. It's the
You
same thing.
get the effect of the fallout before you get rid of it. I hadn't put it in effect yet.
Yeah, but
You get new stress when it's downgraded? Is that how it
Well,
works?
she was supposed to get it every time she was reminded of the partner,
Okay.
but I hadn't gotten a chance to do it yet.
yeah, but I currently already have like uh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stress already. And this was supposed to be the major fallout. So now I'm confused.
Sorry, did you not clear out the stress when you got the fallout?
Oh, that's what I'm asking. It does this clear out and then I'm adding 6 stress? That's what I'm
Well,
confused.
before it should have cleared out. Yes, I apologize. Before it should have cleared out.
Okay, now I'm adding 6 stress, right?
Yes. The point of why
I'm
you're
back
doing this
at the
is that
fucking back at the same number, so like lols.
I apologize for not doing this earlier. It's just I didn't get a chance, and I didn't want the major to just not ever happen.
8. I have 8 right now.
8 mind.
Yep.
Wait, how did you get? If it was down to 0 and you got a 6, how did you get to 8?
Oh no no. Oh sorry. All the stress. I'm sorry. That was my mistake. Yeah, that's a 6.
Okay. Well, you get a minor mind anyway. I'll tell you what it is later. You're in tier 2. This is episode 4. Okay. It continues, and you can feel yourself just healing and being reminded that what happened so long ago. You've done the work. You've done the work to not feel the pain every time you look at the spirit. Ankita, what do you get rid of?
So you said that the minor mind fascination is already gone, right?
Yes.
So then whatever the other mind, the new mind fallout you were going to give me.
Right. Wonderful. Did you get a mind at some point? What?
Yeah, when I touched the eye, you gave me a mind fallout.
Oh. Oh, yeah. No. What? Anyway, maybe that's my mistake. The ritual continues. Sand barely energy in himself to do this, but he's able to do this. Every part of your body aches. But as you finish, you can feel that you've had enough rest where you're able to actually walk again.
Oh wait. I just realized. I still have my my rebound stress onto someone else. Still, I haven't used it at all.
You
You're going to
really?
use
You
it?
really gonna piss us off? You're
Hey,
really
you're
gonna piss
tempted
us
to
off?
it would get rid of my stress. I'm so tempted to do so.
It would also get rid
Ooh.
of the minor mind fallout that you just got.
I
But it would mean
am
that somebody else might get one.
I'm gonna put it on Ankita. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Amazing. I did so much for this team today, and I get this bullshit in return. Great.
Ankita, please take 6 mind stress and tell me how much you have.
6 mind stress. I have 6.
And you get a fallout.
Okay. Well, that sucks. I wanted to keep my 6 mind stress.
I apologize.
Yeah. It's not your fault.
Sorry.
I know
It's-
whose fault it is.
It is
You don't-
specifically my fault, but I need that
I
fallout.
can feel what Smitha has done, and that closeness that I was feeling for the 3 of us evaporates immediately.
Speaking of 3 of us, there was 4 of us. You have no idea where Angelique is right now. Anyway,
Yeah,
that's
she has
where
my
we're
penny.
going to end.
My pinky.
That's where we're going to end this week's episode of Unlost Unearthed. I think a lot happened, and a lot more is yet to come. I have been your game master, Sharik. I will do all my plugs at the end. Alex, could you start us off?
Yes. Hey, I'm Lex Wilson. My friends call me Alex, and so can you. You can find me on
on Twitter as Alexotica. On Blue Sky is lexwilson.bsky.social or lexwilson.com for anything else. On Wednesdays, I do another horror stream with the Lantern Light Adventures. It's Old Gods of Appalachia, so I'm scared there instead of here. And something to promote, I have a novella called Pinocchio is Punching You. The pitch is after Pinocchio got his wish to become a real boy, he wanted what every real boy wants, to become a ninja. So yeah, that's check that out.
Thank you.
Bookshop.org or Amazon probably is the best place to look for it.
Zoop.
Hi, I'm Zoop or Cypria or Zoop Machine. To see what I'm doing, you can look at my card, zoopmachine.carrd.co. I show up Wednesdays on Beggar Street, and I am the herald for a game of demigods titled Hallowed Grounds. And on Fridays, I am on the Starfield, and I play in a Monster of the Week game called Primeval Haunts. And as I said, other stuff, you can check the card.
Wonderful.
Hi, I've been Abhilasha Percival. The still has a little bit of chaos left in my character. Does not mean my character does not make selfish decisions, because funny. You can find me on Twitter at Dr_Wyborn or on Blue Sky at Ombre Lesbian Knight. I don't have anything currently coming up as long as this game continues, but in I think by the end in August at this same time on Saturday at 10:30 p.m. I'm going to be playing another game with a different bunch of people, one of them being Callan, where I'm going to be playing Power Rangers. And I definitely picked a very interesting color, and I really want you all to join me. It's going to be really fun. It's Power Rangers. It's always fun. I will tell you all, just as a little thing, that my character is kind of inspired by Damian Wayne. So, make of that what you will.
I've played with
Things.
Callum before. They're a great game master. They did Kids on Bikes like 10, 12 weeks with us like last year. And they might do a sequel at some point this year. But you're gonna have a great time.
Yes.
You played
Yes.
with them before, I think.
Yeah, I've played with them before on
Pantsless Pride.
Tables Pride, Pantsless Pride's event, which was amazing. Also, anybody who is currently in London and is just vibing or doing something, the Illustrators Fair the Illustrators Fair is going on, and my best friend is currently has a table. His name is Alex. Also, his name you can find him on Twitter at Alex Tal Art, and you can find his art in where he's put his art on the link tree. It'll be it's on TeePublic and Redbubble and things like that, on Etsy as well. He has a bunch of cool shit, really cute art. You can check it all on his Twitter account at Alex Tal Art. Please do go and check it out if anyone wants like some really cute ass art, including, I will tell you, for an example, he did once recreate the one of the My Chemical Romance album covers for Our Flag Means Death. So there's some fun ideas there. So please do go check his art out. My Alex has not had the best couple of months. In fact, frankly, the worst months that someone could possibly have. So just please go look at the art, support him if you can. He's a rad dude and my best friend.
Aw. And I, to repeat, I am Sharik, your game master. I also have a card. I think it's like sharik.card.something. And I use my Blue Sky. I have a Twitter that's in the chat, but really I don't really use that much. I've got a Blue Sky, which is also at Sharik. I'm not doing much else like in the actual play space at this exact moment. This is what I'm focusing on, because oh my god, if I was doing one other thing other than this, my mind would explode. But yeah, check out my card for any information, any other thing that I do. Also, other than us, we do also have a casting call out for Baldrainth for Fantasy by Moonlight, a Girl by Moonlight actual play set in a fantasy Vancouver. This game will air on Thursdays from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern from August 15 to October 24. For more information, check out the casting application in chat right now. And every other Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, join our long-running anchor show for the Sapphic homebrew world of Amalgarth with Get Girls Run These Worlds founder Ryu as the dungeon mistress of Roll for Luck Sparked. Also, we have a creator application, which is always open if you enjoyed what you saw today and you would like to run a game of your own and are femme identifying in any way. We're always taking pitches for new shows. Submit yours now at girlsruntheseworlds.com/pitch or click the link posted in chat right now. Other than that, we will be raiding Escalia. Please stick around to check them out, and we will see y'all next week. Bye. Say bye, everyone.